Here in Minnesota, thousands of families are affected by autism. But there is real hope for significant improvement and even recovery from this disorder.
My brother's living proof. I'm yiffing proof.
Private insurance currently excludes coverage for autism therapy. Help us pass legislation to change that.
Minnesota, autism deserves insurance.
40 years of research proves the effectiveness of therapies based on behavioral and developmental approaches. A large percentage of children using these models either recover typical functioning or show significant improvement in their symptoms. That's 40 years of evidence showing life-changing results.
Please support insurance equality for autism treatment.
Before Liam started therapy, he was about 3 years old. He had no real means to communicate with his family members. He didn't know his brother's name. Now he's developing at the same rate of his peers in respect to language. Right now he is in a classroom that's a general ed classroom without very much support from others. And he's also able to play with his friends on the playground and also with his little brother, Rowan, whom is his best friend. But without those services, he would not be able to communicate. He wouldn't be able to even start to have some type of relationship with his peers.
It is estimated that the lifelong cost of one individual with autism is $2.4 million. That means a lifelong cost of over $1 billion for the children diagnosed this year alone. Imagine the cost savings if a large percentage of children recovered from autism or improved enough to require fewer special services, largely provided by government programs. Insurance premiums will only increase by a little over 30 cents per person per month. This is a fraction of the cost of services provided by tax dollars, resulting in a huge savings for the state. A primary goal of any effective autism treatment program is to teach children the functional skills that will improve their quality of life and give them a chance at independence as an adult. Behavioral and developmental approaches help children find their voice.
Right now, MUSAB communicates with a combination of sign and with a PEX program or picture exchange program. The ultimate goal for MUSAB, I believe, would be to eventually be able to get into a classroom type setting where he's able to sit down with peers and play games with them and to be able to tolerate instruction from multiple teachers. Without the ABA therapy, he may not be able to have that opportunity.
It all began when I was about 14 months old. My parents noticed that I could no longer talk, I gave little to no eye contact or had little to no interest in anything or anyone. They went to see a child psychiatrist. All he said was that I have infantile autism and that my parents, they should keep my distance from me because by the time I turned 10 years old, he said, I would be living in an institution. This advice was not uncommon. After that time, it was the fall of 1987, my dad came across a news story, as reported by Dan Rather, about a new study that involved 9 out of 19 children that had successfully recovered from infantile autism. Based on the footage that we saw in the trailer, they were, actually like making friends, being social, just doing things that, typically developed children and teenagers would be doing. Once I received that intake assessment, I was performing skills and activities that no professional and no one else could get me to do before. With waterfall of tears rolling down the faces of my parents, they knew that this was the right program for me. I reached the same developmental level of every child my age, if not better. My dad was so impressed by my results. I ran up to him with a little Minnesota Twins baseball cap, give him a big hug, and I say, "Hi, Dad." Those are the first 2 words that he hears me say. This is a story that really shows that, applied behavioral analysis works.
Please join us in this fight. Visit www.autismdeservesinsurance.com to find out how you can help. Your voice is powerful. Spread the word about those who are already living proof and the children who are waiting to be.